Yeah, we're live now. We're live now. Woo woo. Hey everyone, welcome to today's live stout tasting.
Just a little late.
We started a little late, but on the other hand, with our late start, we actually already have the beers, so you don't have to wait around wondering how long we have to BS before we get the beers. So that's good. Also, I have a pickle.
I do not have a pick.
Corey didn't offer you anything, did he?
No, but that's okay.
Oh, rude.
I don't need him to offer me anything.
Shane ate before he came over.
No, I didn't.
You haven't eaten yet today?
Nope.
Oh,
I am not as smart as me. No, I'm
You
fine.
want something?
I am perfectly
You
fine.
should definitely eat before you do the stout tasting. One of these is a straight up imperial.
Yeah, we'll live.
Okay.
Why can't I find... Oh, Mountain House Crab. Why can't I find the groups?
I don't know.
Store
So we're just trying to let
wasn't
Shane
happening
figure out how to
after.
share this thing real quick, and then we're going to get started
Yeah, well,
on
I
the
shared
tastings.
to my page. Let's see here. And I will say, people
I
who
love
drink
that
beer
they
sometimes
blame. I love that they
share
blame the
there.
fact that the beer's not out here
And
yet.
then
So they have to
I
BS because of
talked
that.
to
Yeah.
I talked to Randy, who is in for Father's Day. He's
Awesome.
not working, so he is down. He says.
So you guys can tell that it turns out that we lied about what takes us so long to get started. It's fine.
Oh well.
Not a big deal. We're procrastinators. We, however, have our tasting sheets. Pen?
And a pen. Thank you, good sir. Ooh, I got the Woody.
Yep. Shane is a Woody.
I have a Woody.
All right, so today's tasting, as you can see, are stouts. We have 4 stouts today. We know what the 4 stouts are. There are 2 Shadow Puppets from, a release like 9 years ago or something, I think, before they were even open. One's like Mexican hot chocolate.
Yep.
One, and the other one is a dry
Dry
Irish.
Yep.
Then we also have a Tilted Mash S'mores Imperial IPA. S'mores, I think is what it's called technically. And then we have Knee Deep Stoutello. So that's going to be 2 from Livermore, 1 from Elk Grove, and 1 from Auburn. The Auburn one I don't think we've done any tasting on yet here before, any of the Auburn breweries. If you do get a chance to go to Auburn,
We should do an Auburn one.
there are some great beers. We should do. We could do like Crooked Lane. You could do Crooked Lane, Knee Deep, and Moonraker.
Yep.
There's probably another one out
There's
there
gotta
too.
be one more.
There's another one that we really liked that's kind of near that area too.
We could call it Auburn.
So we'll probably do that. I don't think what's next week? Oh, next week we're doing blueberry tasting on Sunday, so I don't think we can make an Auburn trip
No.
on a Saturday.
That's true. Yeah, we're doing blueberry picking
Yeah.
on Saturday, so it would be tough to make a trip up to Auburn.
Right, we can't really.
Yeah.
So Father's Day is in 2 weeks. Is that right? 3
Yes.
weeks? 4 weeks?
2 weeks.
Isn't it 2 weeks?
Hell, if the wife knows,
Fuck, I don't know.
what do they need to know for?
Father's Day is sometime this month, so if you're in for that, let us know. I haven't told Shane yet, but I think the plan is going to be to go to San Francisco to pick up the beers. We were just going to go to Oakland, but once we're in Oakland, why not just go to San Francisco?
Pretty much.
So I would expect probably local, probably Bear Bottle.
Beer bottle.
Maybe we'll make it the Cellar Maker. Their parking situation is significantly worse than the other 2 spots, though.
It's true.
So,
So,
how do you get there before they open, though? Because
We
we
could start
got
there
there
first.
before they opened that one day, and there was.
Although it could also be worse right now since
we
everything's
walk.
still.
We almost always walk to Cellar. We basically never drive to Cellar Maker. We always go to Arm Park. The Cellar Maker?
I'm a little worried about the
remember
level
we-
of busyness.
It was just you and I,
To,
and we parked
you know.
there, and we waited like 20 minutes for it to open.
No, I don't. I don't remember this at all. This is the Cellar Maker. I don't know. Maybe Cellar Maker. 7 Stills is probably in the running.
There's a whole
That's a
bunch
good
up there.
spot. There's some other ones like Little Creatures and stuff like that, but I don't think they don't have
They
cans
might do
left when they're up there.
flowers, I don't
We
know.
can do
But we need
crowlers.
cans. No, we need cans for the Father's Day case.
That's true. We need
for each
cans.
person.
Okay.
That's a good point.
So we have to get cans. We can't do crowlers for that. But that's the expectation. Go out to San Francisco. We'll find probably 5 breweries to hit in San Francisco.
Yep.
Come home with 5 cans per person. So expect that cost to be somewhere in the $30 range. If you want to do Father's Day, we will drop them off to you on that Saturday, hopefully.
Yep.
Definitely we'll be dropping off Brett's on that Saturday because his house is going to be on the way home.
It's true.
If anyone else wants something on our way out, Pleasant to Livermore, we'll drop those off on Saturday.
Yep.
And then the other ones will probably drop off too. We may drop off Sunday morning. So that's the plans. If you win on that, let us know. So far, we definitely have Randy. We definitely have Brett, I believe.
Yes.
We
And
have
a couple of other maybes.
And we'll just try to do like a big live Facebook group. Hopefully, I can invite other people. We can also do a big Facebook live. I'll send you guys the tasting sheets. Hopefully, you've talked to your wives about this already, or your girlfriends, or your kids, or whoever. But someone will pour them for you in a blind manner, and we can get that worked out. So make sure you let us know if you're interested. Okay. All right.
All right.
So with all that done, I don't think there's a ton to talk about socially this week, right?
No.
Same situation as last week, I think.
Yeah. Best us leave it alone.
Yeah, it's probably probably not great.
Nope.
But I am glad that it's the looting part has calmed down. I think,
Yeah, I
which
agree.
is nice. I think the protests are actually getting bigger, which I think is
The one
really
in Philly
good.
yesterday was
Yeah, there were some huge ones.
gigantic.
Washington D.C.'s is really big. The mayor straight painting Black Lives Matter on the
That's-
street leading to the White House.
And changing the street sign.
And they changed the name
Yep.
to like Black Lives Matter Plaza.
Yep.
That's pretty savage.
That's
That's awesome. I
pretty
think
okay.
that's awesome. I know
Got
that.
a nice little one here too in town. I heard.
Yeah, in town, I didn't go. There was apparently a Candlelight Vigil walk that was really good. Look like the pictures look like they had a really good turnout,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
nice. So that worked out well. But yeah, hopefully the movement keeps going. I feel like this is a watershed moment for it. So
I happen to agree.
And
I hope so too.
Keeps moving, we get some real change. So, all right, that's it for me and my political pontifications for the day, or at least for now. We're gonna start drinking these stouts. We're going to start here on the left. We should probably rate color and appearance real quick. On appearance, I don't know. They all look the fucking same.
Yeah, I thought earlier one on the far right maybe had a little less darker head. Like number 3, you can see the head's a little bit chocolatier, so it might be one of the ones with chocolate or stuff. But they're all
like light.
they're
It's
all-
kind of got a lighter
they're
brownish
just-
sort of look.
They're
Yeah,
just gorgeous beers.
yeah. You're right. The foam
stouts.
is like a little browner.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's actually good. That's a really, really good observation. But yeah, no, they all just look dark and they all look opaque. There's
I'm
not a lot
giving
of,
a 9 to everything.
yeah,
So
not a lot of
it's just
see-through on here. So appearance is not going to separate these beers.
beautiful. No.
I'm with Shane. I'll go 9 on all of them. It's totally reasonable. A smell though might make a difference. So we'll see.
Okay.
Beer 1. We got some adjuncts coming, so ideally we should
okay.
smell some crazy shit here.
This is I believe this is the
S'mores?
s'mores.
It kind of smells like a s'more.
Mm-hmm. Totally does smell like a s'more.
It smells great. This
It
is
actually smells
great.
really, really good.
Yeah, this is great. I'm giving this a 9 on smell. It's
I'm
beautiful.
giving it a flat out 9 too.
Yeah, I would drink the shit out of this thing. I will, but still. Oops, I actually got a small bit on my mustache there. Whatever the fuck the thing above my mouth is called. This might be the dry Irish.
Yeah, I don't smell the chilies, so I don't think it's the Mexican.
And the hazel, I don't smell hazelnut
And I
either.
don't smell.
It smells good though. I'm giving it an 8.
Yeah, no,
It smells. It's like a really nice beer. There's nothing
Yeah.
off-putting about it at all.
Mm-mm.
All right, next up.
Oh, there's chocolate in this one.
Oh, this has got to be the Mexican hot chocolate here.
Yeah, but I'm not smelling the peppers, are you?
No, but that usually doesn't come through on Mexican hot chocolates, to be honest.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, this is great. I'm giving it an 8. I actually like the s'mores better, personally, in smell.
I'm giving it a 9. It's got a really good chocolatey smell. I do think the other one is a little sweeter smell, but
This one
Nothing
should
wrong
have
with
it. So, in theory, this one should have a hazelnut smell. So,
nope. I'm wondering if 3 was.
Oh. I don't smell anything on this one either. I don't smell anything on 2 or 4, really.
This could be. This one is probably the dry Irish.
Honestly, I don't even like this. I'm going to give this a 7. I smell very little on this one. So,
It isn't. I'm going to give it a 7 as well.
I definitely think number 1 is the s'mores. I definitely think number 4 is the hot chocolate, honestly.
You mean 3?
3, I mean, is the hot chocolate. The other 2, I'm not sure. I think you must be right.
I think this.
I think
number 4 is the Irish.
4's got to be the Irish and 2's got to be the hazelnut. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the predictions work out. First, I shall eat a piece of cheese because I
That's
ran
definitely
4 miles
chocolate.
earlier. It's important to not die or something.
Whoa! I'm wondering. I think 1 might be the hazelnut.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking 3 is the s'mores. We will find out.
Maybe the age and the shadow of it's just taking away a lot of the
It could be.
smell.
Well, it shouldn't take away the smell, but again, we will see.
All right. So I will tell you that out of all these, though, the dry Irish is only a 3%.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be super light. The s'mores is an 11. And the I didn't check on the Mexican hot chocolate, but the Stoutello I think is a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, they're only 5 or 6.
My
11's a
guess
big
would be that
stuff.
we can tell. We will be able to tell.
Should.
We will probably be able to tell which one the s'mores is from the alcohol flavoring or the alcohol burn on it right away. Honestly. So,
All right.
let's do it.
Number 1.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's come over once again. I don't think that's an imperial.
I don't think that's. I think, but I'm not sure it's the hazelnut either. I'm getting a lot of smoke. I'm getting a lot of the chocolate malt. but I'm not getting the chocolate like cocoa powder or chocolate flavor.
Man, we even know what these beers are. We aren't sure which one is
Nope.
which. And they all have distinct. They all supposed to have distinct flavor profiles.
This one's
These
got a
beers
lot
should
more
not.
smoke to it.
These beers should not be confused with one another. Like,
No.
they
We
should.
should be able to tell. Might just be that our palates are that fucked up.
I don't even know what I'm getting out of this. I don't get chocolate.
I get chocolate malt. The smokiness.
I mean, it's good. It's very drinkable. We're getting drinkable.
I agree. It is drinkable. Absolutely. It has a high drinkability. And it doesn't have a big, obnoxious aftertaste. It's definitely not the 11%. There's no way.
Yeah, it's definitely not the 11. No argument here.
I do. I still think it's the hazelnut.
I mean, you might be right.
Viewership just increased 50% because of Brett Durrett.
Brett, what's up?
How you doing, Brett?
You missed the beginning, FYI. In a couple weeks on Father's Day, we'll be dropping you off some beers, probably 5 or 6. We're going to go to San Francisco to get those beers. So you're going to get 5 or 6 pints from various San Francisco breweries. Actually, 4 or 5 pints. I keep bumping that number up.
You got it.
By the time of Father's Day, it's going to be like fucking 10.
Yeah, we're going to have 10
We're going to be
beers.
super faded, and everyone's going to owe us like $60.
Yep.
But expect roughly $5 to $6 a pint. And we'll swing them by on the way out of the city to you. Unless you want us to pick you up on the way into the city, and you want to come hang with us in the city for the day, let us know. We're just going to do a little brewery hopping.
They're allowing groups of up to 12 now. So, social pods, I think they're calling them.
We'll bring our masks. Amber wants to go for sure. I can't go to the city on brewery hopping and not bring the wife. She will literally fucking murder me.
Yes. I'd
So.
have to defend her in court.
So let us know, Brett. Let us know.
I am okay. So for drinkability, I'm giving this like a good 27.
It's really good. It's honestly, the beer's really good. I think
It's
the
not a
taste
lot
is,
of aftertaste, so
taste is solid.
I'm going to rate it a little low because there's not a lot of aftertaste. Yeah, I agree that the taste, I'm going to give 25. And the drink aftertaste, I'm just going to give like a 16 only because there's not a lot there. Can we loot together? Yes, we can loot, Brett. And we probably won't get arrested.
Yeah, I mean, if it coincides with the looting trip, it coincides with the looting trip. I'm just saying. Fine, I'm going to bring my hoodie, just in case. I mean, because it's cold. I'm bringing my hoodie because it's cold.
In city?
What? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
unless it's 110 degrees out here.
That's why you bring your hoodie, because it's cold.
That's why you bring the hoodie.
Not so you can loot.
No.
It's like a bonus.
The loot and the hoodie and the mask, shouldn't be seen as a negative. I do like this beer. It is very drinkable.
I love that we stopped talking about politics and now we're agreeing with Brett to go looting. Technically, looting is in politics, though.
No, I don't think looting is politics.
It's just
Also, I'm not sure
criminal behavior.
pickle and stout is the way I would have gone, Corey. Just me.
Pickles are awesome.
Pickles are the bomb. By the way, saw a pickling recipe. I'm going to be pickling and doing some fried pickles.
I want
because
pickle.
I need me a fried pickle.
I need a fried pickle, too.
So we're going to be doing some fried pickles. Just telling you. 'Cause that just sounds way too good to me.
What, honey?
All famous Dave's.
They were good fried pickles.
I've never had it.
No.
But I want to make my own pickles and then fry them. So
We bought pickling seasoning from Amazon. Well, cool. We just have to go to Costco and get some baby cucumbers.
yeah, you probably can get. You can't get them from Aria or
They're the big
Seahawk.
ones.
They don't do.
I didn't see them on stage. I didn't see them. We're gonna pickle some other stuff too. We're gonna do cauliflower.
Yeah.
Carrots.
Carrots.
I think bell pepper.
Yeah.
We're probably not gonna do onions just because I hate onions.
Yeah, I don't like anything pickled but pickles. It's weird.
Really, you don't like the pickled cauliflower?
Don't
You
like.
just
Oh God, I want to eat
You just
cauliflower.
say cauliflower in general, right?
Cauliflower. Yeah, ooh, texture's terrible.
I don't know. I love mixed pickles. I do. It's my jam. I love
It's
it.
good.
I don't know. All right.
I
We'll
don't
move
even
on.
like pickled cabbage, sauerkraut. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll do sauerkraut. It's not my jam.
All right, number 2. Oh, that's the Mexican. I got the burn. That's got the chilies in it.
Yeah, right at the very, very, very end.
Yep.
Like the very, very end.
I think we did it a bit of a disservice keeping it till one because it is definitely been in the can, the Crowler, for over a year.
Yeah, to be fair, we had planned to do this tasting and not on camera at the time. We were just going to do this tasting of all the Shadow Puppet adjunct stouts, and it turns out we just didn't. Oddly enough, if they do it again, we'll probably actually just get them and do this on our regular scheduled
We would.
program, apparently. So, who knows? You're probably right. This is probably the hot chocolate. I mean, luckily it's a stout, so this flavor still comes through pretty good at the end.
And I've never been a big fan of the chili stouts, and I don't know why, because I love spicy foods, but this one's actually, I mean, the spice is not overpowering. It doesn't get in the way too much, I think.
I mean, I've had some horrendous beers with peppers and, like, fucking horrendous.
Yes, I agree. This is not one of those. This is actually pretty good.
You know, I think the Mexican hot chocolate one's a little better. It doesn't, they don't really target the peppers on it, I think. Like, the Belching Beaver Mexican hot chocolate stout, for example, is pretty, well, they have a Mexican hot chocolate, or Mexican peanut butter stout or something like that.
Right.
It's just pretty good.
Well, Belgian Beavers, everything they do with the peanut butter is just good. That's just how it is.
That's true.
So I'm going to give this a 23 on taste,
I think that's pretty
but a
reasonable.
15 on aftertaste because, again, I'm just not a huge fan of the pepper beers. But it's got a solid aftertaste.
It feels kind of watery to me, too.
Yeah, but I do. I think we've done it a disservice after a year. It's probably even more than a year, frankly.
So yeah, if Shadow Puppet sees this video at some point, we're sorry we waited a year to drink your beers.
Hey, the guy makes good beer, flat out. The guy makes, if you like adjunct beers, if you like, different things, he's got an IPA that they use pine needles in.
I love that. I love that IPA. I think it's good.
The guy makes really good offbeat beers, and
that's
once it's open, the facility is actually one of the better ones that we go to.
It's probably the best one in Livermore, I think.
It's.
Well, I haven't been in Pennyweight though yet, technically.
And from the outside, Pennyweight looks gorgeous, but
I mean, for 3 fucking years in the making, Pennyweight ought to be great.
Yes,
But,
looking at it from the outside, with those high ceilings and they've got some upper rooms that you can sit in.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I can't wait to go in there. So
Shadow Puppet's a great little facility. It's really good.
Shadow Puppet. I mean, as much as I like Altamont, it's just kind of a.
Altamont's a bar.
It's just a bar. Exactly right. Yeah. It's steel and it's fine. Like I say, and I hang out there a lot because I really like the beer. But for a facility, I actually think Shadow Puppet and Morgan, but now Dying Breed, are probably my 3 favorite that I've been to indoor facilities. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I think Altamont's nice, but it's a bar. You're not going to go there. Like, I know you're not supposed to take your kids to alcoholic places or whatever. I don't know, but you're not going to go there with like your family to like have a couple beers and play some games, right? Like, it just seems weird.
I agree. Even though people do it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're in Livermore, I would rather do that at Shadow Puppet or even at 8 Bridges, really. Because I feel like the seating is better.
Yeah.
Like the vibe's a little better from that. I just feel like Altamont is set up like a bar, and it has a bar atmosphere. And I don't really want to take my daughter to a bar. Not that I'm against it, I guess, but like I just don't really want to. Like, I'd rather go to a spot where we can sort of sit down.
There's
at the
not a place.
table,
Well, when the
like
back
play
room is
games.
open and you can do the cornhole, it's maybe a little better. But
It's
even
a little better
that,
then.
it's just the brewing facilities.
Yeah.
If you're going with your family, Shadow Puppet's a better place to go because they've got their back room, they've got that
seating,
big
they've got a bunch of
table.
tables.
We've got the outdoor seating, which is gorgeous, and then same with Shadow Puppet. They've got lots of tables. They've got a kid room in the back. They've got the big brewing facility in the back. So I love those facilities.
Yeah, I think it's probably fair. Dying Breed's really nice. We got to go there with the family still and check it out. See how that works out.
I would be curious to see them have a band there, to hear the sound and see what it does.
It would be good. It would be good. I do know the Sacramento Brewery's opened up again, by the way, in case you missed that.
No, I saw that.
The barn posted.
The barn posted,
New Glorious Eatery Tap Room posted. They're taking
I'm just
reservations.
given our experience at Dying Breed.
No, it's fine. We're going to wait a couple more weeks. It's not a big deal. We're going to do blueberry picking next weekend.
Yep.
And apparently the weekend after that might be Father's Day, depending on how it works out. I don't know. In which case, we're going to go to the city, and hopefully we'll just, if it looks too crowded or whatever, we'll just go in, grab some beers, and head out and try another one. We'll be able to hit some that aren't going to be super crowded.
Yeah, because even if we come home, you can hit something in Berkeley, we can hit something in Oakland, San Leandro.
Local's a great spot. It's not typically super crowded. Bear Bottle will likely be crowded because Bear Bottle's fucking always full of people.
That's another great, actually, family facility.
It's totally a great facility. Yeah, they've got all the games in the
pinball
back,
games,
communal tables.
Oh yeah,
no,
that's an item.
That spot.
It's the decor is not great, but the facility itself is just amazing.
They've also got slow pour coffee if you happen to have like someone's wife who's gluten intolerant and can't have the gluten.
And I'll be honest, every time we're there, whatever food truck is there has been solid.
It's always been good. They also have on tap root beer too, like house.
That's true. Yes,
beer too for the kids
yes.
there. So it's really nice. It's a good spot.
It is a good spot.
It's a
I like
good
that.
spot.
Hey,
Don't leave valuables out.
Do not
in
leave
your car?
valuables in the car.
The bouncer will tell you that shit on your way in, though.
They flat out tell you when you're going in, don't leave anything out. We have a rash of break-ins every day.
They're like, did you drive here? Is your car locked? Do
You
have anything
can't
out?
miss the broken windows every place you would possibly park.
No shit, it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's a dope spot. It's a great little spot.
All right, so I'm gonna give this a 20.
And I don't know, Cellar Maker's a whole. It's fucking smaller than. Fuck, man, the sitting area at Cellar Maker's like the size of my awning, man.
It's very small.
They have another spot though, right? They opened like another spot that does like Cellar Maker opened a pizza place that does personalized Detroit style pizzas.
Really?
Yeah, so Cellar Maker did open up a second
Then
spot.
why are we going there?
I've never been yet. Supposedly the wait's crazy, but I haven't been yet. No, we can try that. Totally.
Is it in the city?
It's in the city. Yeah, I just haven't gone yet.
Personal size Detroit style pizza?
Yeah, personal Detroit style. Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah, big. Yeah.
That's your
No,
thing?
I know I want to go. Just like supposedly the waits are insane, and I'm not huge on waiting.
That is true. Waits are not fun.
So
Waiting is not
yeah. That they opened a second spot there. It's called. It's actually called like Cellar Maker's House of Pizza or something.
Hmm.
So
I
that
did
does
not know
exist.
this.
The actual Cellar Maker brewery is like the size of this fucking awning.
Yeah,
All
no,
the
Cellar
seats,
Maker's
like
not, yeah.
the awning. It's
But the
very-
beers are really good. So,
I mean, I think the
It's a
beers.
trade-off.
I think the beers are probably like overrated. I think that like people really, really talk about them, but I've never been super impressed on our trips.
I think their
think it's
beers are
fine.
really good, but I mean,
It
I don't know
doesn't-
if I'd go with overrated.
I think it doesn't. The facility doesn't help though. Like
I
what happens there is you end up at this spot where like there's nowhere to sit. If you're lucky, you'll get like I've been there 3 or 4 times, and every time we've ended up along the wall.
Along the wall with
towards
that
the back,
tiny ass
with
table.
a fucking table.
literally this big.
It's literally no bigger than this thing, and there's like 4 of us trying to stand around it
Can't
while-
play cards.
while people pass us on the way to the bathroom. I mean,
Correct. Right.
no
right.
jokes.
You can't stand in front of it because that's the hallway to the bathroom. So,
And it's in downtown San Francisco, so they're probably paying more than I paid for my house for that.
I was gonna say, the rent's probably
Probably
too.
significantly more, really. But it's
I
small.
don't
It is
disagree with
fucking
that
small.
at all.
I haven't been to the new Seven Stills facility either. They closed all their other facilities, so the only one left is their new big restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that'll be a nice trip.
I don't think I went to the old one. Did I go to the old one? I don't think I did.
You may not have gone. We've been to a couple. We went to their original spot once back in the day, and that's where we got like their whiskey, and then they opened up.
Ooh,
a couple
see,
other ones.
that's the other thing is if we go that Father's Day weekend and we're gonna go to some Seven Stills has whiskey.
They do, yeah. They're a distillery. They're a
I can bring
distillery.
the daughter.
Yeah, they're a
You know,
distillery too.
The eldest, she likes the booze.
Yeah, no, they're a distillery. They're really nice. They also had a spot. They had a second spot. Like last time we were in the city, we got into the Seven Stills in Soma, I think. Soma doesn't sound right. I don't know,
I don't think
some
it's
area. I don't fucking know. I can look it up. But apparently we were there the last day it was open, and they were like, "Yeah, today's our last day. We're closing it up." So that was kind of a trip. It was fun.
I've never
Seven
been.
Stills is cool. The employees are always cool. The beer's pretty solid. I think they make a nice idea.
I just don't go to the city very much. It's
We
kind of
only-
annoying, really.
We go because of plays and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like
I can see that.
we'll go.
I go
occasionally
for a ball game.
reasons.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was supposed to go to the city in 2 weeks to see the Tool concert. Heartbroken. They officially announced the entire tour is canceled. I was taking my teenage son to his first ever concert. It was going to be Tool live in San Francisco in
When was the Def Leppard concert supposed to be?
July.
Yeah, so I was not by dates for that, but I had tickets for Mean Girls the day of the Def Leppard
Right.
concert, and I have to miss that too.
Just a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. It's probably not the best thing to do. Doing a live concert in the middle of this crap is not a good idea.
I'm not fucking sure it matters at this point, frankly. But I mean, I'm a cynic. I just think like we're gonna lose 1 million Americans regardless. Honestly, so all we're doing is slowing it down.
That's true. I agree with that.
I don't know. I'm a cynic.
We're cynical.
All right,
Number
so
3.
back to our original thoughts, by the way. So right now, our current thought is number 1 hazelnut, number 2 chocolate.
Yeah,
Hot
the
chocolate, right?
hot chocolate, the Mexican hot chocolate.
So basically, we've been completely wrong on both so far.
No. Yeah, you're right. No, I changed s'mores to hazel.
Yeah, but that was after tasting. Yeah.
Before tasting. After smell.
After smell, you changed number 1 to hazel.
Because as I went through, I'm like, as I retasted them, resmelled them, excuse me, I thought I changed, and number 3, I think, is the s'mores. That's this one. Because it's the one with the extra chocolate head.
And also the 11.2% alcohol.
Wow!
Woo! All right. Well, if
Woo!
you're probably right. This is probably the s'mores. I don't say that necessarily because I get a ton of s'mores. It's because the alcohol is boom.
Yeah. That's the
Milk
only
Fives.
downside to this is, wow. It also dries your mouth out really, which is a sign of a high alcohol.
It's a pretty damn good 11.2 though. Like, there's a lot of flavor in this.
See, I can't. Here's the thing. Could you drink 16 ounces of this?
Well, no, I split the last one with the wife too. But,
Yeah, I couldn't drink 16
I can't drink
ounces.
16 ounces of the Imperials. They're just too much.
I agree. Imperial Stouts. The problem is, I drink 16 ounces of Imperial IPAs. Way too much.
No, that's not entirely fair though, because an Imperial IPA or even a triple IPA, well, not triples you don't actually hammer that much. Mostly Imperial IPAs are that weird level right between double IPA and triple IPA, right? So they end up with an ABV somewhere in the 9,
9 to
right?
10, yep.
Right. This is fucking 11.
Yeah, but even triples, like I'll drink a 4-pack of triples.
You can no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Why not a
Yeah.
fucking 4-pack of triples? That's like
The Maui 3X. I'll knock back a 4-pack of that.
that's terrible for you.
It's
Shane.
not good. No, I'm not trying to pretend that's a
You must be
good thing.
faded as fuck, dude. After a 4-pack of triples, man.
It's an all day thing. It's not like drink 4 in 4 hours. No, it's basically if you start drinking at noon and finish at midnight.
I mean, well, shit, man. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you get faded is the proper word.
the annual February triple tasting, for example. Like we're all faded at the end of that. We're totally live streaming that this year too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're live
we
streaming.
have to
Well,
do
next
that.
year we're live streaming the shit out of that, provided Beer Week still occurs. You know,
it should still occur. February,
we might do the. I don't know. I might do the fucking. We might do the gala again.
really?
I don't know.
I mean, it was fine.
The gala was fine. I didn't care about it that much, but I really enjoyed the day we did in the
I'd
city
rather
beforehand.
I would much rather do
The bistro.
the bistro.
So here's the problem. Here's the thing. If we do the bistro,
But they don't have to be either or necessarily.
no, which should probably be either or. I can't really, don't want to spend money going to bowl. Really. The problem with the bistro idea is that if we do the bistro, then this isn't really the problem. But the thing in my thinking, if we do the bistro, basically we're going to stay home. Right. We're going to stay home that Friday, and we're going to drive out to Hayward on Saturday, and we're going to do the bistro tasting. Right.
Best to take part, but yeah,
Whatever. Either way.
There's no parking.
We're driving to Bart either way.
Correct.
Dude, how close is the Bart there anyway?
Well, the problem is you have to actually make a change.
Oh yeah, I know
You
that.
have
But
to
I mean,
go-
how close to the Bart station is the downtown?
10
Is it
minute
right there?
walk.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I've
Yeah.
never done it.
Aaron and I did that a couple years ago.
Okay, I mean, I'm down. I will do it. I'm just saying. I think that if we do that, we're gonna
Zero.
that'll be our thing, right? Well,
Everybody wants to see you.
last year at the beer festival, we did was we went out there like early on the day of the festival to the hotel your wife rented.
Right.
And we walked around downtown. We had 19 hours at Lynn's Crafter so somebody could get new glasses.
Yeah, my wife's glasses
Yeah.
got broken along.
Had a great time. Tried to have sex with the mermaid statue. We did a bunch of fun stuff. And
Yeah, they wouldn't let us. No, it was a seal.
Oh, it was a
Seal
seal.
mermaid, right?
Seal, it was like
yeah,
a seal on a mermaid.
yeah. The wives wouldn't let us. It was very, very, very,
They're
they're
keeping
very
us down.
judgmental.
Keeping us down. And but so that day was cool, and then we
The
chilled.
whole weekend was great.
Right, that's my point though.
I
That's
agree
kind of
with
my point. Is that the next
I
day
agree
we
with you.
sort of did like a brewery hop
I
to
agree.
hit those spots, to pick up those triples for the triple tasting. Like we ended up in a
I
bunch
agree.
of spots. we would have
The
ended up otherwise.
whole weekend was
We-
great.
If we just do the double triple fest, we're not going to have as many triples because we won't have done that weird hop
Not to
between
mention,
spots.
it's
You know what
just
I'm
a
saying?
1-day thing as opposed to Friday night, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, well, I mean Sunday. Well, we drove home on Sunday. We only stayed out one night. We were home on Saturday.
Yeah, but it's was it Saturday night or was it Friday? We
I
come
think
Saturday
I think we came home Saturday. I think.
because I
I'm
think
pretty sure the beer gala was a Friday night.
the Triple IPA Fest is on Saturday.
It is
so
on Saturday.
we could do the gala on
Oh
Friday.
no, we could do both. I'm not saying
but
we
then
can't
but then
do
we
both.
lose. But you're right. But then we lose the whole day in San Francisco.
We lose the
and-
day in San
yeah.
Francisco, the picking up
I
of the
get you.
random triples
I
from the
get you.
various
He's
breweries.
right.
We lose like that element of the whole thing. Someone's telling us to just fucking drink, aren't they?
No. Brett's just basically explaining getting on BART was bad before COVID. Getting on BART during COVID probably not a good
We're
idea.
talking about next February, Brett. Next February. Everybody knows that by that time Donald Trump will have cured COVID. Jeez.
He will. This one is so big.
Whew, I'm drinking the whole fucking thing anyway. So that's my argument though. Like I agree that we probably shouldn't do the opening gala twice in a row because honestly the opening gala was fun. There was a lot of people, but the wines weren't that bad.
Well, the problem was the
that.
lines when they released the triples got insane, so you couldn't really get to the
I don't
triples.
even care about those
there.
though, really.
And so that's what it is. If you don't care about that, it was what I would say was my problem was the cost benefit was not as great for that event. But you're right that everything else we did. The hotel was great.
Right. It
The
wasn't.
giant
Yeah.
Connect 4.
It was not the best. God, the Giant Connect was fun with that random couple we met.
Right, with
I
that
was
random
so
couple
fucking
from
faded. I was
Australia
so
or
fucking
whatever.
faded.
it was just fun.
They appeared to like me.
So-
We saw them the next day when I was no longer faded, and they were still happy to see us.
They were, yes.
I worry. Sometimes I get super faded, and I get real fucking friendly. And sometimes it goes bad.
This is true. But
It
it was
usually
they
goes
were
good
great.
though.
They were great, and it was like I say.
Usually I just make friends.
The only thing I would say is the gala was probably the least entertaining part of the whole weekend.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of beer to be had there. I like that we could walk back to the hotel.
We got to go to a lot of places we can't ever go to.
So that's what I'm saying. I think maybe the gala. I think hanging out with Vicky and Michael was a blast.
Oh yeah.
We'll get Brett to go this year to the gala.
Yeah,
It'll
Brett,
be
you got to
fun.
go. Bring Steph. Leave
Yeah.
the kids. You know they're old enough. What are they going to do? Blow up the house? Anarchy? You know,
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
it's pretty much what they're going to do.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah. Probably. Oh, I should fucking rate this thing. Okay, my
You're
bad. I
supposed
should
to
rate
rate it. Yeah. So let's see. So taste.
I think it's really good, honestly.
My problem is the aftertaste. I'm giving it a 10 because the alcohol just gets in the way.
The alcohol is in it. In it to win it.
22 drinkability. I'm going with 23. Actually, no. I would go with 20.
9, 17, 17, 22.
I'm changing my drinkability on the chili because I think I would drink this over the chili beer. So
This beats the chili beer by 1 point for me.
I'm
actually.
drinking. Well, it's not beating it overall for me. Just the
it is, it is.
drinkability for me. Because the alcohol is just getting in the way. Plus,
So that's
I
what
feel a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking for next February. I know I'm starting to feel it too after this one.
I wouldn't
That's what I'm feeling
disagree.
for next February. I'm thinking maybe we just do the festival again, the gala again.
And
If
like I
it
say,
exists.
the hotel was fun.
It is probably the worst thing I could have gone to for COVID related issues because
I would agree with that.
Literally all indoors and also completely packed. Now Shane and I and the wives went to the Sacramento Beer Fest. Literally, like fucking 2 weeks after COVID became like a thing, but we
That
weren't
is
tripping.
true.
We were just like, should we close the schools? Should we not close the schools? I don't fucking know. And we went to
And
the
the
Capital City
thing
Beer
was
Fest there.
Packed.
It was outdoors.
It was at
Everybody
least
was
outdoors.
everybody was running out of beers and shit. The line was ridiculous. We were in and out of there. Okay, well, we were in and out in about 2 fucking hours. But we must have tried, shit, what we get? 5? 6 maybe?
What I would say is the food was a bigger draw at the end than the beer was.
But I mean, how many breweries do we manage to hit? We
Not
hit like
many.
6? The lines were long.
Yeah,
It
the
was
lines
packed.
were, and you couldn't walk anywhere. I mean, the wives couldn't even stand while we got in line for beer. The wives couldn't stand in any kind of a bubble at all. It was just complete anarchy.
Yeah, the wives did like a 30-minute line at Nash and Popper to get some fucking hot chicken. And then once they had the hot chicken, we just fucking
We
rolled.
left.
We
Yeah,
just left.
it was just too many people. They way oversold the tickets.
So yeah, I
Because
would not
when
go
you're
there.
running
I
out
would
of
go to
beer
that.
an hour into an event.
It was really early in there, out of beer. Bunch of
like
spots.
an
Several
hour?
spots.
No.
Several spots. Festival. Go to the festival. If you want to go to a beer festival. Also, the Livermore one's really good. too.
I agree with that.
I think the Livermore one's really, really good.
It's
Small area, but plenty of
small,
breweries.
but it was
Lines were
mostly outdoors.
fine.
The lines weren't bad. The food was
Food was
when I
good.
had that,
Food was
that
solid.
butter.
The butter chicken,
butter
yeah. When I was like,
chicken.
get the Indian, bro. It's great for you.
I've
So
never
like, I'm
had
drunk,
butter
and I was
chicken
like, no, get
before.
butter chicken.
Had me some butter chicken. That stuff was great. Don't really like the Indian food because I'm not a huge curry fan, but that butter chicken was.
That was the most faded I've ever been at a beer festival too.
We won't talk about the drive home.
It wasn't
We
even close.
We just
God.
won't talk about the drive home.
That was one of those ones where it was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, that was when we realized we had.
I was
had,
more faded at that.
We
yeah.
had 6 or 7 different breweries within. We were going to pace ourselves.
We
We
were.
had 6 or 7 different breweries within 45 minutes.
No,
we
it was
realized
quicker. It was quicker. It was
we
quicker.
realized pace was not happening.
We were like, we're going to pace ourselves. And then we looked at the clock and we were like, oh, we've been over 30 minutes. How many brews we got? 6? Okay.
yeah,
All right.
that was
fair enough.
So apparently the pace was we were the
Not
rabbit.
great, not great. Not
was
great.
What it was, yeah. So.
I was drunker at that one for sure, I think, than I was at the coffee beer fest, which I'm still really
Oh,
upset
by
was
far.
canceled for last year.
Oh,
'Cause that was a
hopefully that
fun
comes
festival.
back.
That's a
but
fun
it doesn't.
festival.
But they canceled it even before COVID. They just
Yeah, I
canceled
know.
it. So I'm worried that
It was
It was like a
look, it
money
was
thing.
sold out. It was sold out last year.
it was. Yeah,
great.
no, it absolutely was.
I don't know why
Although
they canceled.
security wasn't exactly great because they let some non-VIP ticket people in with the VIP people. So
That doesn't really do anything with the bottom line, though, really.
no. And that was another one where we kind of hit the ground running and
Oh,
didn't stop.
fuck, dude, seriously. I should have paced the shit out of myself.
That was-
Festival is the new normal for festivals for me.
I agree.
I think that and the beer fest, I think were both okay. Like I was like chilling.
Yep.
And like I was kind of slowing it down. I was like, I
Well,
gotta
there's
get
also a
every
different vibe.
brewery
They-
right now.
They had the Irish band going with a little, a little positive energy vibe. It was Festival is probably
It was bomb.
one of
It
the
was super
best
bomb.
ones I've been to.
Yeah.
I will say this. The best beer festival I've been
that Blues
to
and Brews one?
is Blues-a-Palooza.
Yeah. It's
It
like
was
way the
just-
fuck up there, though, like Mammoth or something.
Well, that would be south. South.
West.
South. And it's not up, it's down.
Shredded wheat.
But
Oh, yeah,
yes,
it's over there.
because it was basically like 60
Oh yeah, LA's
breweries
that way. I knew that.
and bands for 3 days and just chilling in the pines. You're just hanging out in the fucking pine trees.
I mean, it sounds fun. It sounds fun. We should go. Oh.
It was pricey, but it was definitely worth it. And it's in one of those things where it's a weekend.
Let's be honest. Before I go to Mammoth and do this Blues-a-Palooza Beer Fest, I almost assuredly have to make it to the Great American Beer Fest, right? It's not like a rule or something.
Well, I
If
did
I'm
Great
gonna-
American Beer Fest first, and it is...
Right. Say, but if I'm gonna pay if I'm gonna do a pricey one that I have to travel for, I feel like I should do the Great American Beer Festival.
Great American Beer Fest is something you have to do once in
I
your
feel like I
life
should do it.
if you drink beer at all.
And and where's it at? Where's it at in Colorado?
It's Denver.
We could probably hook up with Dallas and Chris again.
Oh yeah, except that the problem you've got is the beer fest is kind of short, and then you're basically going out for dinner afterward. But you're probably right. We could do a Dallas and Chris.
Maybe
thing.
they hook us up again. I love
Maybe.
those guys.
Well, we miss them too.
I know. They were so good. They were great people.
They're just great.
I mean, they are great people. They're not
They're
dicks.
great.
It's not that they were good. They are great people.
They're cool people, but they're great people. They still do this event every Halloween as
They
a
raise a bunch.
fundraiser
They raise a bunch.
and raise a shit ton of money for local charities. They did it here when they were here.
Yep.
They do it in
In,
Denver, wherever they're at
they're
now.
starts with them.
I don't remember, but they're great people because literally they
Between
just
Denver and Boulder.
take over their house, have live bands, and all the money goes to charity. And they're just amazing,
Yeah,
amazing
it's
people.
awesome. They are fucking great. Seriously.
That's not West. I promise you, Brett. That's not West.
No, that's definitely south. My house,
That's south.
yeah,
Because you face east, right?
right. Because the sun's right. The sun is right there, Brett. Right over there.
Wait,
the sun is
you
right
face
there.
west.
Sun's
That's east. I had a back.
right. Rise in the east, sets in the west, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's west of it.
But Mammoth, the other good part about Mammoth is just gorgeous. I will tell you though, if you're trying to run in
Oh, yeah,
Mammoth,
that's the dry Irish.
it's a very high elevation.
You know what? All right. Selfless confession here. I am just not a big fan of normal stouts without any adjuncts. I respect them, and I think that they are a beer style, and I think there are people who probably love them. I just don't.
But this one is also going to be suffering from all the other shit we've had before with chilies and vanilla and marshmallows and hazelnut.
No, I'm not.
But by the same token, I want more flavor.
This isn't like the perfect example for me to try to test like a dry Irish.
No,
style.
no,
I'm
this
not
is
saying that.
this is no. I mean,
It's
none
fine.
of it
It
being
feels like
old.
a good example of. I understand. There's just not a lot of additional flavoring. Like I don't get as much other flavors out of a dry Irish stout or even like a straight milk stout that I do out of like.
Beer in the
Like a lot
UK
of IPAs
is
like
less about big flavors and more about this is basically supposed to be a Bud Light, something you can have 5 or 6 pints of and not get faded and not
It
get
feels
drunk.
light enough. It feels light enough.
It's very, but again, it's 3+%, right? So
That is not above
Okay.
our cans.
that is not. Yeah, okay. Can you bring out our cans? Thank you, ladies. Oh, could you bring out our cans, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was like,
And
why
I
is she
didn't,
bringing
and I
out
didn't
extra
mean those
cans?
cans. I meant the other cans. You know what I'm saying?
So welcome back, wives.
And I'm pointing at Brett's bathroom with the bidet or without the bidet.
Yo, I picked
That's
up a
the
bidet,
question.
Brett. They're dope. My wife is like, it's weird. She won't use it. Apparently, she does not want to wash her vagina with a beautiful high jet of the water. But
You just have to turn around and wipe everything to get it dry.
no, you have to pat. All right, you have to pat.
Can't you just grab the hair dryer like?
A girl can't just pat.
Who the fuck hair dries their vagina? That's just weird.
I don't know. I don't have one. I've never tried. But who knows?
I don't think I would hair dry my ass either, frankly. Anyway, the bidet is cool. If you don't have a bidet, you can get them these days.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, reach over.
Okay, now,
All right.
now put those in the order we drank them, please.
All right, number one.
Stoutello!
Stoutello with the hazelnut, which
Oh, I didn't even rate this one. I never even rated number 4.
Well, no. The problem is this one's not in our wheelhouse. I'm giving it a taste like a 18. Aftertaste is like a 12 because it's mild drinkability. The problem is it's drinkable. I give it like a 22, but it's just not my thing. You know, it's not my jam.
All right, well, I will tell you that my winner was number 1.
Brett wants to know if you tried the pulsating water stream.
No, I have
Amber.
not. I have
No, I know.
Number
right?
2,
Mine is a woman mode.
the contortion
Hot chocolate, right?
hot chocolate contortion Mexicano.
So in the end, we were right. We're also gonna have to drink more of the dry Irish and the other ones. I think the other
They're
the
crowlers.
cans are empty, right?
The little cans are empty. Number 3, tilted mash, campfire stout. I should have worn my tilted mash shirt today. I didn't think about it. And
I
number
just
4,
want to show off the
as
guns.
predicted,
Welcome
the
to the
Celtic
gun
Fog.
show.
Yeah. I don't have guns. I have a beer belly. It's a keg. It's actually a pony keg. You know, I'm still working on it. I'll get there.
So my interview ended up being actually that I prefer the Stoutello the best. But this doesn't surprise me. It's actually among my favorite stouts. Every time we go to Knee Deep, we pick them up. They are cheap too. It is like $10 for a 4-pack of that shit. It's literally like the best price for those. Always, I always end up with one
Wow.
or two.
Did you see the can date on this?
No. Is
Yeah,
this
we
one of the
had
ones
it
from
for
2
a
years
while.
ago?
December 26, 2018.
Oh, this is
That's a year and a half ago.
Oh no, that makes sense.
It was still really good, though. It was
No, that-
still really good.
So that makes sense, right? Because we only really go to Knee Deep on our way picking up for Callie from camp. Callie goes to camp every July, except for this year because fucking what the
Did you go to Tilted
fuck
Mash
does the
recently?
dog have?
Banana.
Does she not know what to do with it?
So did you go to Tilted Mash recently? Because
Did
this
she
is
not
only
like it?
April.
Tilted Mash was recent.
She
Remember I
didn't
picked
eat
up
it.
for us.
She, like,
Oh,
took
okay,
it
yeah.
and
I
left
remember
it.
now.
Yes, we only pick up from camp. So the last time we were at Knee Deep was actually July of 2019. So that was kind of December of 2018. So that makes sense. But honestly, I didn't feel like it lost a lot of flavor at all. Though. To be honest with you.
She can have it. She's
Do you
not
have?
eating
This
it.
is what I would. Here's what would be fun. Do you have another can of this, Amber? Do you know?
Probably.
We have more cans.
So if we get a fresh can of this.
I don't have fresh cans. The last time I was there was in 2019.
No, but I'm saying if we've talked about going up there.
I'm down. I would go to Auburn.
I would totally go to Auburn. I mean, just to go to Auburn, it's nice.
Next weekend we're doing blueberries though.
Yes, not
Oh,
next
we should-
weekend, and not the weekend after. But you know,
We should probably close. We should probably close our chat, I guess, before we complain about the lives about things.
That's
Right. So closing out today, we tried some stouts. They're good.
number 1.
I don't think they're as drinkable
Number
overall
2?
as IPAs. I feel like your stouts are a little more hit and miss for me. Like I think it's very hard to find an IPA or a double IPA that I think I just wouldn't really drink like a whole pint of. But like stouts can get so high,
Yeah.
or so sweet, or so dry.
Oh, the ones
Yep.
that are like syrup.
Right, you're just like, I don't want to drink an entire pint of that. And that's not really a thing I've run into with IPAs a lot. I mean, you do it occasionally with an IPA is just bad. But, I mean,
Right,
you
but
know,
it's bad. In the end,
It's
you're
gotta
just
be
like,
fucking
this
terrible.
tastes terrible.
you know,
But I'll also say we benefited from the weather. Like, if it was last weekend, it was 104 degrees or some shit, drinking all these stouts. It is a
last
lot.
weekend was nice too, actually. But yeah,
Yeah,
we were
but
lucky
not-
on our Sundays.
This is a lot cooler than even last weekend was.
Was it?
So
Okay.
I was really worried on Tuesday when it was 104 degrees and we're drinking
All right,
stouts.
pour something because we got to drink the rest of the beer. I guess.
Well, do we want to
Wait.
do the dry one first before we get to the
Pour it. Yeah, whatever.
next thing? But anyway, so I agree that stouts are a red wine. Stouts are something I don't drink a whole bottle of, or I mean 4 or 5 glasses of necessarily, but
Can't really drink a crowler.
it's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot
you got to
to
share
drink
a stout. I think Stoutello is about as close to a stout that I could just drink a pint or several pints of. But
I don't even think I could do several. Though.
I
It
would
was
do
good,
one for sure. I
but-
could definitely do 1 pint of that stout, but I almost never have a night or a day where I'm just like drinking a stout and then like I go for another stout. Like I've
Yep,
done it with
nope.
sours and I've done it with IPAs and I've probably done it with like ambers to some extent. But
What I
ambers are
wonder
kinda similar.
is if you're like in the snow, you know what I mean, and it's cold, and you're looking for something to warm you up, that it might be a way to do it then. But no, I mean, for the most part, it's just not something. I agree. Like if you start with a stout, it's not. You don't normally go into the fridge and go, "What's the next stout I'm going to drink?"
Yeah,
That's
totally.
not what happens. But that doesn't mean it's not good.
No, they are good. They're good. I think.
They are better once they're warmed up a little though.
They are. That is true too.
I was
Or
gonna
he
actually
doesn't
start
agree.
going.
But this is a true Irish pub stout. This is very Guinnessy.
It's
and that
drinkable. It's
that
totally fine.
It's light. It's not overpowering. Guinness being my wife's former favorite beer.
I would
It's just a good solid drinkable beer, but it's also not going to get you drunk. This is a working man's, working class, working person's. Now I'm going to get in trouble
Jesus
for saying
Christ,
working
man.
I'm gender rude. It's because it's 3%. I mean, you can knock back 6 of this and not
Yeah.
even feel it.
I mean,
So.
I can tell you that I would literally never go to a brewery and just order the dry Irish stout. Personally,
I think
I
wonder if
wouldn't.
Jeff was. I'd like to find out.
I wouldn't do it. I would usually just err on the side of their standard IPA or if they have, well, not even their sour, 'cause so many sour.
If I'm going to go with malty, I'm going to go with a red.
I might try red. I like reds a decent amount. I like black lagers.
Yep.
If I
They're
get like a
so
nice
hard
black
to find,
lager.
though.
They really are.
Good black lagers.
Like a good Schwartz beer, I think is really, really fun. Yeah.
It's just like we're friends, guys.
Well, I guess with that,
All right, with that,
let's
I guess
say happy Sunday.
happy Sunday. We're going to close it out. Remember, if you won it on Father's Day, you've got to
Let
let
us
us know probably before next weekend, because we're going to make a list. We're
Yep.
going to check it twice. We're going to fucking go down your goddamn chimney. No, wait, that's Santa.
And we don't care.
We're
if
just
you're
gonna
not
bring beer to your
organized,
house.
we don't care. Yes.
Yeah.
You'll need to let us know and then give us your address.
During the daytime,
Yes.
through non-illegal means. Also, you have to give us money.
Yes. Yes.
So, let us know if you want it.
With
All right.
that,
Have a good
Cheers.
day. We'll see y'all next week when
Happy
you will see a
Sunday.
beer tasting and a blueberry tasting.
blueberry tasting.
Who the fuck knew blueberry tasting was a thing? But we're doing it.
I have tasted blueberries that taste different, and I would have before when the lady who brought us the blueberries said they all taste different. I said that's bullshit. They don't taste different. And then I tasted 2 different blueberries, and I went, they completely taste different. Didn't know.
That's right.
We're here to educate you.
Next
That's
week,
what we do.
blueberry tasting.
Blueberry tasting and beer tasting.
Beer tasting next weekend will likely be probably stuff that is Modesto/Turlock centric.
Yep.
Since we'll be out there, we might just run by Dust Bowl and by Blaker and by one of the other ones in a couple of the other ones in Modesto, see if they have any cans.
Yep.
There's also that Savage can store in Modesto we can rent to.
That's true.
Which is good too. So we'll probably do that. It'll probably be Modesto/Turlock centric for next week's beer tasting. So.
Blueberry tasting and
All right, you guys.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Brett, cheers.
Brett, cheers. You're the only one left.
Yep.
We love you. Thank you, Brett. All right, Denise, hit the stop button.
Oh my god, look at that.
Meth tasting next. That's what Brett wants to do.
What do I hit?
I don't know. There's like a blue button. Is there not a button? I gotta go over there.
There's no button.
Oh, I'll go over there. She had one fucking
There's-
job, Shane.
There's this off to the side, but you gotta educate me how to do my job. That one?
No,
No.
that's fucking the home button. Where the fuck is
But if you
the
just
stop
hold
There's
that
no
position
stop
for a
Oh,
minute,
sorry,
or
it's
you
hidden.
need to go inside.
Finish.